Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Arsenal, and here we go again. It is the Premier League, and this is a big 3 points that we have to win. Have to, have to, have to. I will hear zero excuse for anything in this game. This game shouldn't even be a football match. That scoreline tomorrow, that scoreline should be a cricket score, and I will accept nothing less than a 3 points. And let's have a look at the game, uh, the reverse fixture of this game. Sorry, Arsenal versus Wolverhampton. We beat them 2-1, and that game was pure frustration for me. I don't know about you, but pure frustration for me. In that game, we were attacking them consistently. Attack, 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 attack. And it was all Arsenal. It was all us putting in the pressure. And in the end, we score from a very lucky deflection off, I believe, the goalkeeper it was. And after that, we get that goal. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they have to come out. They have to try and search for a goal to get back level. And this is the part that frustrated me. Not necessarily that we struggled to score, because I expected them to put in a dirty low block. The part that frustrated me the most was that the second they came out, we let them have that space, have that joy going to attack us, and all it took was, I believe, one shot. One shot was all it took. 1 ounce of pressure, and then we conceded. And the second that happened, I lost my shit in that game. I couldn't believe what was going on. This is, and no disrespect to Wolverhampton Wanderers, of course, but respectfully, they're the worst team in the Premier League, and yet we conceded a goal to them very quickly. It took us a half a generation to score a goal. It took them 5 or so minutes. But after that, we started attacking them again. I was leaving at this point. I couldn't believe what I saw. I had to catch a train, and I wasn't going to stick around if this was going to happen. And as I was leaving, I hear the Arsenal fans celebrating. Clearly, I've missed a goal, and turns out it was another own goal that saves us. And look, it's lucky on our behalf. But make no mistake, we shouldn't be having to rely on that kind of luck against the worst Premier League team this season. Possibly, even by the end of the season, very possibly the worst Premier League team in all of the Premier League's history. Again, no, this is no disrespect to Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm just saying it as I see it. And as for this game, I'm expecting us to really go at them. I'm expecting us to go full force ahead, get those 3 points, avoid injuries if we can, avoid suspensions, and move into the next one, where we gain a massive 3 points, and we will be 7 points clear. Now, granted, this will give Man City, I don't know for how long. I'm not even sure they've confirmed the date for the game Man City will miss, but it will leave us 7 points clear for a long while. And hopefully, that kind of pressure we put on them, and we do need to put pressure. I will say this continuously. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Put Man City under pressure, and maybe they will fold. It's on us to make them do that, because no one else will help us. And this, in particular, these kind of games, you never drop points in. Ever. In the history of ever. I don't care if it's home or away. And you have to look at, of course, you have to look at the players that we might be getting back. There were 2 injury scares in the FA Cup. Ricardo Calafiori and Ben White. And thankfully, according to Arteta, both of those players are alright and match fit. That's great, because we need them. We need them for their attacking abilities as well as their defensive abilities. Because we shouldn't ever be getting too defensive around Wolverhampton Wanderers. Not this Wolverhampton Wanderers team. And apparently, one of their players as well has also gotten injured. Huing Chang, I believe it is. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I probably did. But apparently, he's not going to be available for this game. I don't know the extent of it, but I'm pretty sure he's one of their attackers. As for of course, there are two other injury concerns that we have. That's Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz. I don't know when Martin Odegaard's coming back, but Kai Havertz sounds like he's expected back very soon. He might miss this game, but he's expected back at least at the latest after the Tottenham game. And that game is fast approaching now. But for now, let's go into this game and absolutely smash them to pieces. Because if we don't do that, we're going to go into this Tottenham game absolutely, I wouldn't say demoralised, but if we don't smash them to bits, then it feels like a wasted opportunity to get this team raring to go. And North London Derby will not be a joke. Even if, and I will say this with chest, even if Tottenham Hotspur are absolute dog shit this season, they will still show up against us because it's a North London derby. And it's up to us to show up just as much. We are by far and away the better team against Tottenham Hotspur. And despite that, I still have to look at us and say, if we don't come into this with the right tactics, with the right mindset, then we're going to do what we always do. We're going to make teams look difficult. Even if those teams should be easy. Even if those teams should be beaten 4, 5, 6-0. It is a bit of a tendency of us this season to just make hard work of absolutely everything. But overall, I want us to go into this game and I'm expecting us to get a job done. 3 points at the barest minimum, and I will accept nothing less. If we don't win 3 points in this game, call the season off. We're not winning it. And I don't care how much of a low block they put against us. We should be beating them. We shouldn't be going in to this kind of game and getting a draw, regardless of what kind of defensive opposition we're up against. But anyways, let's get in now to the player ratings, and starting off in goal, David Raya, self-explanatory. In the defence, in the centre-back, I'm going to say William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. In the left-back, I'm going to go with Calafiori. I think his attacking attributes are going to be really needed today. We need as many attack-minded individuals as we can to get that low block, and it's probably going to be a low block, get that low block to break. And on the right back, I'm going to say Ben White for the exact same reasons. His overlap play, especially around the right wing, is going to be very vital for us to take them on. And it's also a good opportunity to give Timber another rest and let him be ready for the North London derby. In the midfield, I'm going to say Martin Zubimendi. He's played absolutely brilliantly whenever he's come on. Ever since that Man United game, it's like a whole new him. And if he can keep that form up, then I'm confident in his abilities to dominate the midfield. And alongside him, another person who I'm confident can dominate the midfield is Declan Rice. And Declan Rice, I have been critical of him in the Brentford game, but he's still such a vital piece of this team. And these are the kind of games that you expect him to really turn up, really put in a hard-working performance, and get the job done. And with him, it's going to be Eberechi Eze. This is mostly due to the fact that our other three midfielders really, Mikel Merino, Odegaard, and Kai Havertz, all three of them seem to be out. But Eze, even then, I would still probably pick him because of his attack-mindedness. We can't afford to go backwards, sideways. And seeing how he did against Wigan, or more specifically what he did to get those 2 assists, those were masterclass through balls. And if he can do stuff like that in the Premier League, then he will be the Eze of old. He will be the Eze that we saw playing in a Crystal Palace shirt. In the attack, now I'm going to play... I'm not sure if I would play... I'll play Trossard. I'll play Trossard, but I'll probably bring Martinelli on for Trossard. And with him, I am going to play Madueke, and I think Madueke, we're going to need him for his directness more than anything else. Saka's a great player, don't get me wrong, but he's just not direct enough for me. And I haven't seen enough from Saka this season to really say, that I'm expecting him to put in a performance. And last but not least, I'm going to say Victor Gyökeres, and I think his ability to pull players towards him, to make them gravitate towards him, and keep away from our midfielders and our wingers, that could be the kind of thing that we need for us to get at least one goal ahead, hopefully very early on in the game. Because I do think if we get 1-0 ahead early on in the game, we can batter the rest of them. They'll have to open up, they'll have to make mistakes, and they will probably make mistakes. And if we can continue to get goals after that, I see no problem. This should be an easy game. But if we don't get that early goal, I think that's when we're going to struggle. But let me know what you think down below. Like, share, and comment, and please do subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will see you for the match watch along for Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Arsenal. Goodbye for now.